NBA season high 51 points, left Van Gundy and the Knicks.
All right, welcome back to the show, everybody. Hope you all are having a good day so far. So, continuing down the members list, this would be the furthest one or the oldest one, and this is going to be interesting. This is from Nick Smith, NBA, and I used to watch his channel all the time. 559,000 subscribers. I didn't realize how huge this guy was. I used to watch his channel all the time, and especially he used to do like a 30 days of Jordan thing where like every single day for a month he would drop a new Jordan story video, and I think this is one of them. This one is titled Van Gundy Trash Talking Michael Jordan, and it went horribly wrong. Con man, full story. And I think most of you probably know the gist of this story. Jordan even mentioned this in his Hall of Fame speech, where I mean, honestly, I'm not even going to introduce it because what Nick Smith does is he's going to show every angle, so everything everyone has said, and all the people involved are going to be retelling the story. So you don't need me to retell the story. Let's let the actual people involved tell the story, and I'll just comment on it. Guys, I'm linking the original video down below in the description. I have to be honest, I haven't checked out Nick's channel in a while, so I'm not sure what recent is on there. But as far as for the past, at least, I highly recommend the channel. Link is down below in the description. You also see a list of channel members. Shout out to you guys. Appreciate you guys. I say let's get right into this. Hit that like button if you could. Helps me out a lot, and I appreciate it every time, you guys. Let's do this. This is a fun story.
Welcome to another video in the 23-part series collection, 23 Michael Jordan videos in 23 days.
Today, 23 in 23 days, that's right.
We're looking at the day that Jeff Van Gundy called MJ a con man. Now, you've probably heard this story, but I don't think you've heard it with NBA legends that were involved on this day talking about it together. We have players like Patrick Ewing, Michael Jordan, the man himself, Van Gundy, Allen Houston, Larry Johnson.
Wow.
Every NBA legend that was involved in this day that talks about it is involved in this video too. So if you're ready for the video, help me out by hitting that like button. Let's aim for 3,000 likes. Subscribe if you are new and are ready for MJ videos coming to you every day in December. And without further ado, I hope you guys enjoy the video, and here's the day that Jeff Van Gundy called Michael Jordan a con man.
Now, good news that I realized when I popped this video up is I didn't like the video yet, which means I probably didn't watch the video. So this came out 3 years ago, I believe, and I think this one's going to be new to me as well. Worst case scenario, I might have watched it 3 years ago while like
let me read from that chapter. I actually had that page pulled. Here's a quote. One of you is going to step up, knock Michael Jordan on the floor, and not help him up. We can't show him deference just because who he is or how good he is. Not anymore. You can achieve whatever you want in life, but no one, especially Michael Jordan, is going to give it to you. You have to take it. Michael isn't just going to play poorly. You have to force him to play that way, close quote. That's from Pat Riley. So how did he get the rest of the Knicks to buy into the toughness that he felt was necessary to compete at that level?
You even had my friend Charles Okelly saying we can't go to lunch, we can't go to dinner because Pat doesn't believe in fraternizing between the two of us. And this guy hit me harder than anybody else in the league, and he was my best friend. Patrick Ewing, we had the same agent. We came out the same time, but we couldn't go to lunch. Why is this? You think I'm going to play against Patrick any different than I play against anybody else? No. And then you had your little guy who was on your staff who became the Knicks coach after you.
Yeah.
Jeff Van Gundy.
Jeff Van Gundy. He had to say it that way, that little guy.
Any regrets about the comments made somewhat in jest about Michael Jordan? It seemed like he kind of took heat and lit up 51 points tonight. Any regrets?
What's that now?
Yep. Oh man, we all know now. Just keep Michael Jordan's name out of your mouth, man. If not, he's gonna light you up for 50. Oh man, it never gets old, does it? It never gets old. I like the Byron Scott mentality. He just like he was like, I tried my best not to piss him off. So even if he misses a shot, I'm like, yeah, it was a good shot. Mike almost went in. Just kiss his ass and hope he has a quiet 30 that night.
You regret saying some of the things throughout the course of the week about Michael Jordan?
I didn't say anything this week about it.
His way is to befriend them, to soften them up, make them feel like he cares about them, and then he goes out there and physically tries to destroy them.
I don't go on the court expecting, to make friends. I go out there to play the game of basketball like I know how to play.
Michael Jordan is always on the lookout for extra motivation. Today, Michael returns to Broadway. Now it's time for the New York players to do the talking.
It's crazy too in this situation because it's not like this is LeBron, like, fraternizing with other players during games. Michael Jordan was not doing any of this stuff. He was not friendly with anybody. Maybe he'd give like Charles, like Barkley, like a hug or something before the game. That's about it, man. And those two went at it. So to accuse him of trying to befriend people to soften them up is crazy, man. MJ barely had any friends. He kept it that way on purpose.
The whole thing with Jeff is you got the tension, you got the history, you got the physicality.
At the time, the Knicks and the Bulls were big rivals, and I didn't have time to think about and appreciate that you're playing against, probably the best player to ever play.
Michael Jordan had some of his biggest games, and Allen Houston had problems.
Yeah, last year, Michael Jordan had his season high against Allen Houston.
He's a leader. He's
I always liked Allen Houston, by the way.
Self-motivator, and he tried to motivate his team. Unfortunately, Mike became Mike. So, I hate to admit that, but that happened.
I talked to Phil before the game, and he said Mike might get 45 or 50 tonight. How come he predicted that?
Michael upset that Van Gundy had said that Jordan uses friendships and stature to con some of his opponents. We talked about this earlier with Michael and asked, is this still ongoing in terms of the unhappiness about those statements?
It's never forgotten. I think, when you hear certain things like that, you put them in your memory bank and you use them whenever you feel you had the need to. And, so I hadn't really forgotten it. It rubbed me the wrong way then, and if I hear it now, it still rubs me the wrong way because that was never my intent. I was good friends with Oak. I was good friends with Patrick.
Yeah,
I get along with everybody, but at the same time, when the light comes on, I'm as competitive as anybody you know.
I mean, those guys were friends from the 80s. Like even earlier, like the mid 80s, from like 80, 84, 85 on, these guys were friends. And you're gonna try to take that away as though it's like some new strategy by Michael Jordan to make friends with these guys. He was friends with them way before they were Knicks.
I felt like that was inappropriate for him to say something like that.
No, I don't have any regrets. I told the truth, and he had a big night.
Good luck.
Gundy had said that Jordan uses friendships and stature.
All I can do is remember but when Jordan came back from his first retirement in 1994, that short stint and then the playoff exit with Orlando. Anyways, I think it was his third game back because it was first game was Indiana. I think the second game was Atlanta, and he hit the game winner. And I think the third game was New York. Either way, it was like within the first couple of games. And then he lit him up for 55 points at Madison Square Garden. And who's the coach? Jeff Van Gundy. MJ never forgot.
To con some of his opponents.
He cons them by inviting them to his movies. He cons them with the commercials. He pretends to enjoy guys and like them and befriend them.
I don't think he gets it. I think for some reason he's so good and has done it for so long that there is this, and such a mystique about him that and everybody wants to be like him, be as good as he is, make as much money as he is, be able to do all the off-the-court things that you watch him game in and game out. He saddles up next to guys, he smiles at him, pats him on the ass, and then, goes out there and kicks their ass, and they hug him after the game. Like that was some great thing that he got 45 on them, so I don't understand it.
Ewing and Longley tip it off.
It's funny. I didn't like Jeff Van Gundy as a coach. I loved him as a commentator, though. I miss him as a commentator, to tell you the truth.
Chicago
I think he's an assistant coach right now.
Losing to Houston on Sunday, shot less than 40%. Jordan gets his first of the night.
That's 3 turnovers for New York.
Shout out the members in case I get copyrighted here. It's worth it.
Chance for the Chicago Bulls to get their first lead of the night now. Ewing knocks it right back into the hands of Mr. Jordan.
Talk about bad breaks. Patrick Ewing deflects the ball. It goes back to that man wide open to the basket.
5 turnovers in the last. Jordan, now Larry Johnson with the switch.
I tell you, he's feeling it. You can see his face.
Oh, you can see, I can see from the first play the bounce in his step. Like he's feeling it.
To be back Sunday at home against Miami. Here's Jordan posting up again.
There's certain athletes that you can tell in certain games they have a rhythm in their head. Like they have a song, a beat in their head. And MJ is playing to that beat in this game.
Finds Jordan.
When he's not shooting, he's got a constant bounce in his legs. He's hearing something.
Back on Jordan. Jordan has 34. Randy Brown, he got the start tonight. Here's Jordan. Nobody there to guard him.
And they went to Patrick Ewing with Bill Winnington on him. Double team Patrick Ewing so they're good guys who can get threes. The problem is you got to throw it in the post right.
Yeah.
Great play by Michael Jordan. Great play.
Randy Brown kicks it out to Jordan for 3.
Nice.
Here comes Jordan. Johnson picks him up defensively. Michael goes for 41.
And he knew it was in right when it left his hand. And that's hurting the team. And that one was the big one.
Jordan.
Damn, man.
Shooters roll. A Jordan roll.
Yeah, he has a lot of good rolls.
Man, when I was hooping, I used to often have a certain song, a Tupac song from All Eyes on Me. What's the name of the song, though? Shoot. It was back in the cassette days. The one that's, I won't deny it. I'm a straight rider. You don't want to fuck with me. Got the police fucking with me. That song. Bow, 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 bow. Winner, winner, winner. That song, man, with a basketball in my hand. That's some good times.
Michael Jordan ends a 17-2 run. He's got 45, but it's a 4-point game.
Now, it'll be interesting. I think Jeff
and I might have been wrong about something earlier. Correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. Did Jeff Van Gundy say this before Jordan came back? Or I think that I'm starting to think I was wrong about that. It was after MJ came back. So that would mean MJ just randomly came back and torched New York for 55. Right after he came back from retirement, and that probably stung Jeff Van Gundy then. So maybe that's where it started.
May call that timeout
because Pat was coaching
the last
before,
6 minutes of the game. They don't want Michael Jordan taking shots.
Up to 93.
Jordan made that shot. He called an immediate timeout. He wants him to get into a good.
And Pat was coaching. Now I'm confused because wasn't Pat coaching for the finals? Knicks fans, straighten me out. When did Stan Van Gundy take over for Pat Riley? I'm getting a little jarbled in my head.
Obviously, but he also wants more help.
I know you're
with
out
Michael.
there.
From this point on, he wants somebody else other than Michael to beat the Knicks.
Allen Houston guards him.
Dude, look at the bounce.
Michael, 3 moves.
Look at the bounce in his step.
And this time he glances at you.
Yeah, he should. He should glance at all of us. We call that being put in a blender.
4th quarter, 1:10 to go. Jordan in the post over Houston.
This fadeaway just split a double.
1:10 to go.
Oh, okay. So he made his move before the double committed.
Jordan in the post over Houston.
Nice.
Golly. And
I guess this stuff was okay 3 years ago to put on YouTube, but this is totally getting copyright claimed. So definitely tipping my hat to you, members. I really appreciate you guys.
Wasn't gonna get the shots.
Jordan with 49.
More members means
Jordan
more. I don't have to care about this stuff. Yeah, look at this.
And he is screaming at Jeff Van Gundy.
Sit out, punk.
He was not going to pass.
Sit out, little man.
That ball. He had every intention of shooting it. Guys on the Bulls are running around. He never even looked.
Phil Jackson told Dick Versace before the game in the locker room that Michael Jordan was upset with some comments Van Gundy had made because Jeff Van Gundy had said Jordan, with his friendships with other players around the league, lulls them into a false feeling of friendship and then strikes like a viper.
Well, he's a snake right now, I'll tell you that.
You see Jeff Van Gundy just turns his head, so he doesn't even make eye contact with MJ.
18 of 30,
That's
including
crazy.
in the
51, 18 for 30. Damn, man. Yeah, I'll take that any day.
quarter. You ready for this?
Any day.
12 of 14.
Wait,
Not
what? Say it again.
Including in the fourth quarter. You ready for this?
Wait. No.
18 of 30, including in the fourth quarter. You ready for this? 12 of 14.
What? He went 12 for 14 in the fourth quarter? What?
Not surprisingly, Michael would burn the Knicks all game long.
18 points in the first quarter for Michael. Mike with 26 in the first half.
An NBA season high 51 points left Van Gundy and the Knicks speechless.
Yeah, stop it.
Gundy has a Jordan headache right now.
Get some help.
Did you take it personally when Van Gundy called you a con man?
Yes.
You had some words for him. What did you say, and were you aware of his comments?
I wouldn't want to say what I said on TV.
What did you say to him after that last bet?
I love these videos. Oh, man, I miss Nick Smith videos. Hold up.
Say what I said on TV.
What did you say to him after that last basket?
Some choice words.
Give us a clean version?
No.
I noticed on the last basket you took a hard look at the Knick bench.
I did.
I think he said, calm down, you little hockey puck, or something like that. I'm not sure. It was something to that effect.
He said, I conned the players, I befriended them, and then
I love this. This is my favorite part of the entire speech is when he keeps showing Pat Riley's response, because he's just laughing. He knows he's guilty of all this stuff, because these were the mind games that he used to play with his team. And it also he mentions him about the Lakers, and then how Pat like slid a handwritten note to MJ to his hotel room that basically said like we will meet again, basically like congratulating him on his win and saying like we will meet again. And it's so cool to see Pat Riley and his mind games, man. And he won't deny it. He'll just sit there and laugh about it. He knows what he's doing.
Back him on the basketball court. Where did that come from?
He'd read the paper and saw the comments was in the paper. And
what did he say to you guys after the game?
No, he was just mentioning that he'd read the thing and talking about how Van Gundy said he was a con man and using his friendships on the court to take advantage of other players on other teams. But Michael likes that. He likes challenges. He likes guys to get on it because it forces him and makes him and drives him to be a better player.
I was aware of his comments, and when I'm on the basketball court, I compete. When I step off the basketball court, I leave everything that happened on the basketball court on the basketball court. I respect every player in this league, and I have friends in this league, and I don't ask them, and I hope they don't change their approach to me on the basketball court, because certainly I don't change my approach to them.
I was able to make some big shots.
I miss this era too, because this was the era where you did your speaking on the basketball court still. You know what I mean? So instead of going to a podcast and complaining about it, he just lit him up for 51 points. That's him speaking about it. When the reporters are asking him to talk about it, he doesn't really want to talk about it. He's just getting through it, But he did all of his speaking on the basketball court, and I miss that a lot in today's era.
The ball was coming in.
I know we got some Patrick Ewing fans.
I don't change my approach to them.
I was able to make some big shots.
Everybody knew the ball was coming to him, and you knew you had to stop him. So you got to give him credit.
When Jordan scores all the points.
I know, and then he still finds a way to do what he does. That's the crazy thing.
Usually the other guys will look around and watch it.
Michael's going to get his, but we just have to limit the other people. But we just didn't do a good enough job.
There's nothing to say. He's one of the best players to ever play this game. He's the best player to play it in my era. I already know how great Michael was.
So, Mike, you were thinking about what he said before the game started?
I heard it, and it had some sense of extra motivation, but it didn't go too deep, because I'm a little bit bigger than that, and quite naturally, I didn't want his mind games to play with me.
I was good friends with Oak. I was good friends with Patrick. But I'm not trying to con them to play a different style to play against me.
My game was the same. You come in the paint, Mike, no. If jersey's opposite color come, I got to step up.
Absolutely.
And that's my job. Take charge and defense. In my defense, I was the anchor in New York, and we had a good defense. Always in the top 5 and everything. So Michael worked on his jump shot once I got traded, because he knew that he had to pull up.
Yeah, that's true. It's kind of true though.
He talked a lot of trash about. I was born at the wrong time, but hey. he knew if he came down that lane, he was going to have to pay a toll.
I mean,
the crazy thing is like, other than the Pistons and the Bulls and the Knicks are they're notorious. Even a regular season matchup, it might end in bloodshed. Like, you can't accuse these two teams of not going at it 100% every single time.
It's like attacking my basketball skills as a sense of saying, only way you win is you make these guys think that you like them.
That's exactly what they were doing.
I do like them.
It's business.
And the proof is in the pudding. He's still friends with Oak, and he's still friends with Patrick Ewing. How many years after they've all retired? Over 20 years. So he wasn't being a fake friend to these guys. Like, that wasn't a thing. But yeah, that was the narrative. Jordan was smart to pick up on it. It was them trying to water him down and say, oh, you're only winning because of this, And that's, I don't think so, buddy.
Mike want to win. I want to win. So at the end of the day, shake your hand and go separate ways.
Okelly almost tried to take my head off every time we played, and then we go to dinner afterwards. Right. He played me no different than if he was playing me if I did go to dinner or I didn't go to dinner.
I had to do the same thing. Play defense, clog the middle, and let them know that it's still, you can't come down the lane. I'm still here.
For me, I was pissed.
Here's Michael Jordan. Childs picks him up.
Because if he gets hot.
Oh, Chris Childs?
There's nothing I can do.
Look at this. Michael Jordan is just bigger. He's stronger.
Yeah.
He can jump higher. And on the post, Chris Childs needs help. But the Bulls don't like giving help, so he's probably going to be down there by himself most of the night.
And that was always a weakness with the shooting guards of New York. In this era, at least. You had Starks, you had Childs, I think Ward was in there for a while. Like, they're all shorter shooting guards, so Jordan can just do his fadeaway over them just easily.
Because he's 6'6", and he gets down to 13 feet. I can push him out to 15, 16, then I have the advantage. And so I said, Jeff, let me start on Mike. No, John has him. I'm like, okay. So Mike had 35 in the first half.
That's why Chris Childs is on Michael Jordan.
Oh, no.
So Jeff's like, all right, Chris, you got him. I was like, bullshit. I do not. So he's like, I told you.
Yeah. Don't put me on him now that he's hot.
Went out there. I fouled him 5 straight times. I was like, you're not going to have 55 on me. And I went and sat down because once he gets going, there's nothing you can do.
There was really nothing you could do. We wanted to not let Jordan take the shots, but we just didn't want everybody else to get off and let there be a lot of balance in their scoring. So Michael knew kind of what areas he wanted to go to. So when you were defending him, he would kind of set you up one way and get to one spot and just elevate. And there was really nothing you could do because he got off the ground so quick. And then when he was able to shoot the ball better and better every year, it just made it that much more difficult. That's when you become really, really good as an individual and as a team, and that's what he was very good at.
He's the only one that I can remember that was able to score that many points against us. So it was, you give homage to MJ.
Listen, I'm a guy who challenged Jordan, called him a con man, right?
I remember it like it was yesterday, yeah.
Jordan joined with Jeff Van Gundy and Don Chaney on the bench.
Yeah. So I'm speaking from experience. Like, in my mind, in a one-game setting, if I had first pick all time, there's no doubt who I'm taking, and it's Michael.
And I hope you guys enjoyed the second video in the 23-part series collection of Michael Jordan. If you did, please help me out by hitting that like button, subscribe if you are new, hit that notification button, and here are 2 new MJ videos that I think you may enjoy as well. And I will catch you guys tomorrow.
I love this video. That was a great request, guys. Great request. Oh man, and the ending, that's what it's all about. That's what the funny thing is Jeff Van Gundy, Pat Riley, Chuck Daly, all these guys who went against Jordan drove them freaking crazy because they couldn't beat him, They tried to stop him and they couldn't stop him. Drove him crazy. They even talked trash to the media about him because they're so frustrated. When it's all said and done and everyone's retired, they all say, yeah, it's Jordan's the greatest ever. It's hands down. No, if it's only because he's that great that he's frustrating the hell out of these guys. You heard Allen Houston say it. There's nothing you can do. You heard Patrick Ewing say it. There's nothing you can do about it. You heard Chris Childs say it. Yeah, there's nothing you can do. Once he's hot, there's nothing you can do to stop him. And that's it. If you're a professional and the best league in a sport, and there's one guy who everyone just agrees, yeah, you can't stop him. There's nothing you can do about it. That's the greatest. That's the greatest player out there. And you used to hear that stuff about Bird too. You know, like you can't defend him. There's no stopping him. Anyways, that was awesome. It's really cool to hear Jeff Van Gundy admit that at the end, because he, you know, and he throws himself under the bus too. He was like, I'm the guy who called him a con man. So, like, you know, my opinion's pretty valid here, because he's going full circle from calling him a con man to saying, yeah, game on, you know, life on the line. We need one game. He's my guy. Yeah. And who the hell would disagree with that one? Game, life on the line. You got one game to win. To win. When you live, lose, you die. Who's not going with MJ? Anyways, this was awesome, guys. Thank you so much for watching with me. Thank you for the request. I'll see you guys for the After Dark a little bit later. We'll do something different. And yeah, be water, my friends.